The sun's coming up. It's breaking out between these trees. There it is. It's a beautiful day for a beautiful day. It's really pretty in through here this morning with the sunlight coming in through the trees. The air is crisp, maybe 50 degrees. It's colder this morning than it was last night, but I was colder last night than I am this morning. So I don't know about that. I think I was just worn out yesterday. I did sleep really well, and so hopefully that will give me more energy today as I was dragging towards the end of yesterday. I love how the terrain goes from open and sunlit to closed and dark. Ouch. like poke with a stick. I guess it might not look as dark on the camera as it does in real life. But it's opening up here again as I climb. So this plaque is the official, I guess, completion of the Appalachian Trail. It was 2,054 miles, which is really cool that it still exists. And this year it's 2,197.3 or 93.7, I forget. So that monument was my 200-mile southbound marker. So that makes about 1,500 miles right now in this moment. And I have conflicting thoughts. Each day, I think I just want to quit. I'm tired. I want to go home. I'm just tired. And then there's also thoughts of, wow, my tarp needs to be replaced when I get home, and I am going to need some new backpacking gear because this is going to be shot. And then there's more thoughts of, I don't think I ever need to hike another step in my life, and I think I'm done with backpacking. And then after that, it's maybe the JMT or the Long Trail will be next, or maybe I'll come back and section hike the AT next year. It's just so weird to have all these conflicting thoughts every single day, kind of on a repeat. But right now, I'm just celebrating the 1,500 miles, 200 miles south, 1,300 miles north, and I continue south. The trail opens up and there's a little view, but it's pretty dense in here. I'm struggling today with the desire to share some thoughts, but the trail is requiring my full concentration. Lots of rocks and roots and down trees. I don't want to slip and fall. One thing I've been thinking about is that, coming to the trail, I was hoping to immerse myself in Mother Nature, and I've done that for sure. There is that aspect of just being one with Mother Nature. But the truth is, most of the time, it's a battle with Mother Nature, like a battle. I'm constantly defending myself against her, against the bugs and the elements, just all of it, trying to stay not too hot and not too cold, and outrunning thunderstorms like today. I'm going to be coming up to an exposed ridge line that's above tree line. And so I either do 13 miles and then try to get across it tomorrow in the rain, or I do it today and do 19 miles and deplete myself completely. And so I feel like I'm fighting and running against the weather, and that's not what I expected. I expected to be like with Mother Nature, and instead it's a constant battle. But it reminds me of yesterday when I said, this concept of duality. Yes, there's the trail provides. It certainly does. provides in so many ways, but it also deprives. It deprives of water, of sleep, of rest, of so many things. And so, I'm struggling with conflicting values, conflicting thoughts, and this constant like ebb and flow of energies. I don't know. Tough day. I just met a fellow through hiker, but also a Maine local here, and he was really encouraging. He said that there's a tipping point for every hiker on when you just don't recover, and it starts that depletion. And he said that it sounds like I might be at that point. And although that sucks, it does make me feel better. Like, this is a thing, and other people go through this. And so that gives me the, desire, I guess, to continue through it, knowing other people have succeeded, which means I can too. The other thing that he gave me was some intel on the trail. And he said the 19 miles is doable today, and getting over Saddleback Mountain is advisable, especially with the rain coming in, but mostly so that I can enjoy the views. And so I'm gonna push for that and just hope I can make it. Oh, good grief. Steps all the way down, and it goes down and down and down and down. This is so cool. Look at how this tree is like wrapped around and holding the other tree. I just love that. This one too. Well, my feet are wet again for the first time in a long time. No real way to rock hop this crossing. I hope they dry out. I've been climbing up some rock slab, and I've got some more rock slab ahead of me. Climbing some rock slab here in southern Maine, thinking of my New Hampshire friends. I'm so glad you trained me for this. I'm close to the top, just turned around for my first view, and the view is kind of crazy. So see that peak way out there? I'll zoom in. That is Sugarloaf Ski Resort, and I was there this morning. Isn't that crazy? It's so far away right now. I think, and I hope, I'm coming up to the peak. Yep. Polar Ridge, 3120. I was really hoping that was Saddleback Junior. The local hiker I ran into, he said that would be my tough climb today. So I was hoping this was it, but I guess not. So that's in front of me. I wonder if that's what I'll be climbing next. It's 1 p.m. and now the tough part of my day begins. Climbing up the rock isn't so bad when you get a view like this. It's hand over foot scrambling right now. Okay, I'm coming up to something. I see a sign. I don't know what it is. Feels like it can't be the top of anything. Haven't worked that hard yet. Or at least feel like I haven't worked as hard as I was expecting. Oh wow, it is. Saddleback Junior. 3,640 feet. If that's the hardest I have to do today, I'm golden. But I don't even want to say that yet. Because I don't want to set myself up. I'm sure there's a lot harder to do. And maybe this ridge right here is Saddleback. I'm thinking most likely. So I gotta go up and over that. I just love the layers of mountains in the background. So beautiful. So I'm almost up, at least to this first section. And so the train changes to a lot of flat rock. I'm at the Horn, elevation 4,041 feet. I feel like I'm at the top of the world. It is blowing wind, but it feels good. I'm hot. Still have 6 miles to go, and I'm pretty done. But this is what I'm going to be walking. So I basically just ran down that. And now it's going to change, I think. I'm going to go up. Up is super hard for me. Well, this looks sturdy. Not really. The views are pretty fantastic through here. So I'm getting closer to that mountain. And it does not look easy or fun. So there's a cairn, and you see like the border that tells you which way to go when there are no blazes. Although there's some blazes too. Now I'm really on top of the world. Just a little ways to go. But I had to capture this view. So this is where I came from, all the way down that trail and back up the side of this mountain. This is Saddleback, so over there was the horn of the saddle, and then there's a dip, and now I'll go to the other side of the saddle. Now that I've come over here, I can see that it's still pretty far off into the distance. You can see a little stand up there. I think it's only 3 miles from one side to the other, but it feels like 10. Saddleback Mountain, 4,116 feet. I was at the Horn over there, and that was 1.7 miles away. There's a pond with a potential campsite 2 miles this way. I'm headed there. And then I think there's a shelter. I'm not sure how far. I gotta check that out. Honestly, if I had the choice, I would just camp right here. I'm tired. It's been a really long day. Beautiful views. And I feel very grateful to be here. Yeah, just amazing that I made it this far. And I'm not done yet. Cool, right? That lake is just like glowing. It's really hard to show in pictures. It's been an easy down so far. I don't think that will last. It's really magical. I say that a lot, huh? But it is. I mean, look at it. It's just magic. I've been really struggling. I was gonna say these last couple of days, but it seems more like weeks with the hike for a lot of reasons. And I've mentioned some of them. And I don't want to go into that again. What I want to do is say that I reached out. You know, one of the things I learned in my mind-body therapy classes is that we have resources. And sometimes those are internal resources like strength or willpower or desire and drive and passion and all those things. And when we don't have the internal resources available to us, then we look to external resources. And those can be things like habits. Oh, it's going to be slippery. Hold on. Things we place in our environment on purpose, or even other external resources like friends. And so today I reached out to my friends. You know, my daughter's always great. My son's always great. My mom's always great in supporting me, but I needed more. And so I reached out to my friends and I said, I need your support. And they came through. I got so many words of encouragement and support. And I just want to say thanks, friends. And now, descend on Rebar. Camp is set for the night. It's a little after 6. I got to camp about 5:30. There's a water source here, which is great. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I tried to stay out of the spots that would get really muddy. A little bit on higher ground. The shelter is up there. And this particular campsite has some tent platforms, so I just got finished with some yoga, and that felt great. So this is the shelter. In Maine, they're called lean-tos. Looks like there is a privy that way. And I am camped down there. Trying something different on this resupply. Cheese and Triscuits. Cheese and crackers. Actually, it's delicious. I just hope I digest it well. The day is done and I am so glad. Overall, it was a really good day. I really surprised that I did almost 20 miles, 5,000 feet of elevation gain, about 6,000 descent, and I feel okay. I'm exhausted, tired, but the crackers and cheese were good for dinner, and I ate a bunch of other stuff after that. And now I'm going to get my tarp ready because it's going to rain tonight, and hopefully can get into town early tomorrow.